Okay, Timmy and I are here by ourselves. Hannah is sleeping. This is the first time in probably a year that I've been by myself with just a few little people at the house. So we're gonna get some things done. We're gonna clean, aren't we, Timmy? Well, Timmy is gonna watch a show, then he's gonna go to sleep, and Mama is gonna get some things done before these kids get back. So it's everyone from Jacob down to the twins. So there's really just a few people here, and it's amazing. 3 hours of just time to get stuff done. And Timmy is enjoying a popsicle. The other kids were not allowed to get popsicles because they would be traveling, and anybody with small children understands that popsicles are messy, aren't they? They're messy. So anyway, you can see behind me, I do have some work to do in the kitchen. And I do need to get a couple of things done. We did end up finding out that we will be hosting again this weekend for Thanksgiving, which is fantastic and fabulous. And we're gonna have a great time. But it also means that I need to be sure I am staying on top of things. So, on top of making sure that lunches and breakfasts are ready for tomorrow, I need to make sure we're good and clean as well, right? Good and clean, cleaning for the holidays. All right. Well, I hope that you enjoy. I have a upcoming video. It's coming, well, it's gonna be this one attached to this part of the video, is going to be a video about like a clean with me, part 2 for Thanksgiving Thursday. So I hope that you enjoy. Can you say happy Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving!
Here I am using my tried and true large family mom cleaning technique of just sweeping all the crap into a pile and going through after I do it. Really, probably everything in that blue box can go. There is some random stuff that I find during this process, but at some point I was just like, I need to get it done. Hannah was into everything this day, and so I had to pick her up. Oftentimes I'll find when I'm sweeping, I like try to sweep it away from her because she just wants to get into that pile and try to put every single thing that I have sweeping up into her mouth. Thankfully, her immunity is high and she's done well so far as a baby. And it's just one of those things by number 9 that you deal with and you just try to make it work. Here is where my sorting evolves into what is staying on the porch, what is going into the house, and what is going into the trash instead of just trash and stuff I'm keeping. So I kind of evolve it into that by using that little blue box, and then those boxes have become our chicken shoe boxes. We were able to get fuzzy Crocs at the Aldi's for all of the younger children, and our older children all have Crocs or shoes that have just kind of worn out and are not being used in a daily manner. And those are going to be kept on the porch for going to check on the chickens or just playing around the backyard and all of that, because especially my big boys, I don't know what they do or how they're playing or how they're working, but they wear through their shoes so quickly. So to have a pair that was already worn down or is just kind of meant for outside is a very positive and helpful thing. Here's my attention deficit cleaning disorder. I'm getting distracted by what's in the box. I decide to go through and pare out whatever needs to be pared out. I do my best. Unfortunately, I did not catch the fact that there was chalk paint in there still. And so that is what I talk about in one of my shorts about the Yell Challenge being all over the porch, because after it got nice and clean, Timmy decided to grab a bottle of that and dump it, and Asher decided to play in it. So we have some kids that go into cahoots with each other, and then there is never anything good that comes from that. So, and Asher is there just kind of chatting with me. He enjoys playing on the porch and chatting with me, and so he and I are chatting while I'm going through and explaining to him what I'm doing. You can see kids come through with a little green bowl and water and my favorite scrub mommy. That is being used to scrub chairs. Down below where there is also a hose. This November has been so mild for where we live. They've been able to use the hose to wash things off, and we used the hose to wash off all the chairs and as well as the high chair, and we'll probably be able to do that again this week as we prepare for another family get together on Sunday. So anyway, I am doing that. I am also picking Hannah up. She is elusive. She gets into that so quickly that I can't catch her fast enough, and I have to pick her up several times to make sure that she is not into things that she should not be into. I am sweeping and grabbing the baby and sweeping some more, directing children down at the backyard where they're working and moving these shelving units that we had gotten out of our rental unit. We had rented a space, storage space while moving, and it took us forever to cancel it out, but we finally did. The boys ended up bringing everything onto the porch. But I did not want it there where little hands would be into it all the time. The only things that ended up being left were these two shelving units. I'm not sure where those are going to end up. It does get pretty wet and damp in this room, so I'm not sure if they're going to stay there. We'll see. So here I am gathering those baskets that I will be using for chicken chews and putting all of the things in that need to go into the house so that I can drop those off and then get back to what I need to clean. I grab Hannah because she is just part of the deal of cleaning and she is attached to me most days. Excuse my poor editing skills. I had to edit out my 3-year-old pushing things in his underwear. If you don't have an underwear-clad 3-year-old pushing things, are you even a mom? Abigail found a humongous chicken feather, and this chicken feather was so exciting. They were playing heavy. If you've ever seen Bluey, they play heavy with the feather. They were jumping off and pretending to fly off of the bench. It was great fun.
Mom.
And it's as good as it's gonna get. We have some paint and some drips from Mike making the dining room table that are not removable. And now we have some added paint, but it's as good as it's gonna get. And a before of our kitchen. This was after a long week of doing a lot of things out of the house. I do try to keep on top of it a little bit more than it has been in this picture. However, I knew it needed to get done, and so we're getting it on tape before. Okay, so I am collecting all of the things. I tidy first, usually when it comes to the kitchen, and then work on the dishes. Sorry, I'm recording with Timothy at the moment because he needs to go to sleep. And there is just a lot for this mama to do. So anyway, I collect things. I try to get as many things in my arms as I can and then start going around and putting them where they belong. I'm also doing this while talking to Zachariah about his assignment that he's working on the computer, and kids come in and out, and I'm trying to make sure I take care of recycling. There's just a lot that a mama does when she's taking care of the kitchen. I'm also noticing Asher and Hannah in cahoots in the corner here. This video seems to be the one that captures all of my children's antics while they're together. They can get into quite a bit of trouble when they gang up on me and they work together to get what they'd like. So they're over there trying to get into whatever is inside of that box, which I do typically keep some food in that shelving unit. If it is closable and sealable, it'll go in those boxes, and they are finding ways to open it and get into it. There, Hannah has found herself all the way over on the other side of the room and is clearly just finding whatever she can to get into. I am working on getting things cleared from behind where Zach is working, and I notice, oops, Hannah has something she should not have in her mouth, which happens more often than I'd like in this house. And I am also working to help Zachariah with whatever he is doing. I believe he's doing algebra here, which is always a head scratcher for me anyway, so that's always fun to kind of try to work through that with him. But he seems to be doing okay with it. And Hannah has settled down into what she was getting into as well. And she is just becoming more and more mobile, which means I need to have more of an eye on her when she's down. the Nerf gun. There is always a Nerf gun in the main floor, even though they're not really supposed to be using them inside. We typically have at least one Nerf gun on every floor of our home at all times. Particular Nerf gun happens to be Noah's, so he has been told to put it away but could not resist pointing it at the camera beforehand. Another underwear-clad 3-year-old edit there. Sorry. He's typically in his underwears. He is both potty training and just does not like clothing. I don't think I've met a 3-year-old that particularly loves clothing, but Timothy, of all of our 3-year-olds, really does not. All right, I'm gonna do all of these dishes. We had a lot of cooking and they just have gotten left, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit more than I normally do because there's a lot. Got my 20 ounces of coffee. I'm going to do the things. This is another day. I did not get to finish. Timmy says, why? I did not get to finish the kitchen the other day. I did eventually get all those dishes done, but we have more because we had a birthday party yesterday. Not really. I mean, a birthday party at our house can be any day because we have 11. So any day we have a birthday, we have a party. So anyway, I need to get all of that stuff behind me. We are one day away from when we're having friends or family over. So I want to get everything taken care of today. We also have a couple of errands, a couple of places that 3 or 4 of the kids need to be today. So I'm trying to get as much as I can get done early. The nice thing is the older kids typically do stay back if it's a little kids thing, and it is a little kids thing today. And so they were told that if they finished their chores plus their weekly chores on Saturdays, we do kind of an extra chore that will help get the house ready for the next week. So anyway, if they get all of that done, then they are allowed to go on screens when we are gone. So that is a great incentive for them. And so my incentive is just to get it done so that I can enjoy that time with the little kids and come back to a nice clean house. If the little kids are not here, it won't get dirty too. So that's another another plus. So I am going to be dealing, you can see my puppies hanging out. We're gonna be doing mainly dishes. It's definitely mainly dishes. We've got some things on the floor that I can go through. We'll do a before and an after. And then this is going to be another Thanksgiving Thursday. Actually, next Thursday, we will be at the Children's Hospital in our area for the gait lab for Asher, who has cerebral palsy and is non-ambulatory. So I'm not gonna be able to be doing too much that day. So this is scheduled to go out while I am there and dealing with that. If you are thinking about us, please keep us in your prayers. It's going to be a big day. So I'm a little anxious already. I'm trying to go through my whole list that I shared here as well, so that I feel prepared and confident when I go into that hospital with him. I'm going to try to get some things together for him too, because it's a 3-hour appointment. And I'm sure he's going to be ready by the end of it to leave. So, all right. I'll catch you while I'm working. Out there. I'm not exactly sure what happened. This is another day as I'm kind of going through and editing and making sure things are going well with this video so that I can schedule it to come out on Thanksgiving Thursday. So anyway, I am washing. I am the dishwasher currently, so that means that it's just a lot to get it done. We are using paper plates, but you can't use paper for everything. I think I am also helping with some last minute schoolwork that did not get finished during the week. It's, it is what it is. Sometimes a Saturday is for schoolwork as well, and they were told that they needed to do their work chore-wise as well as their schoolwork. But I'm getting through. Noah is in charge of the kitchen and mudroom for his chores, and so he is also taking care of anything on the counters and making sure that things get swept up and picked up. Noah did do some wiping, but he did 11-year-olds wiping, so I did have to go back over a little bit of it. I do not typically, if they're young, like 11, would probably be about the cutoff, call them back to do it because I don't want to discourage them. He did work hard, and I wanted him to feel like he had done a good job. So I went back over and finished, and here is our finished product that stayed clean for about 2.5 seconds with all these people eating and living in the kitchen and the home. But it was nice to come home to a clean kitchen that day after our fun activity with the little kids, and we had a great time.